Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Graveyard Keeper. This time this is going to be the review and the finale of the Game of Crone DLC, paid DLC. So we got Breaking Bad for free, Breaking Dead for free, Stranger Sins we had to pay for, and Game of Crone. Stranger Sins made sense. Sort of. Like, none of them really made sense, I guess. Anyway, Game of Crone. What did I think of it? I'm not entirely sure. As a part of the game, after completing, it's kinda iffy, I would say. Like, it gives you a lot of stuff that you don't really care about anymore. Once you finish the game, it gives you new it gives you new shit that you just don't care about. And there's a lot of the game doesn't tell you much about what to do. Like, for example, the death emulsion. I didn't know how to make that. I had to look it up because nowhere could I find it, and that's kind of crap. Anyway, let's look at it objectively. Did it add shit to the game? Yes. It added quite a bit to it. It added like 6 or 7 hours, and that was me completing the game. It probably added less than what Stranger Sins added. Stranger Sins was a lot more fun. I really enjoyed Stranger Sins, and Breaking Dead was just a quality of life thing. Game of Crone added a whole entire like build thing again, so you just had to basically just redo your factory all over again. You had to spend quite a lot of money. I think you had to spend like 4 gold overall. So it's not very early game friendly, I would say. But it's really, really good late game. Would it make it better if I had not finished the game? Yes. Because I would have shit to do while I was waiting for other shit to finish. So a lot of these games, like Stardew Valley and Graveyard Keeper and My Time at Portia, a lot of them suffer from the end game being fairly boring, I would say. A lot of it is just waiting around. Whereas the early game is very much very, very hands-on, and you don't have much time at all. So you're very restricted to time, whereas the end game is the complete opposite. You're not restricted to any time. Actually, you're looking to waste time at the end of the game. Game of Crone added more shit to do during the end game, and I like that. More games need that. More games needs stuff to do at the end game rather than just waiting for things to finish. True, I would have liked more. I don't know what to say about that. More stuff to do, like more transparency of how to make shit. I did not know where to go for most of this stuff. I didn't know where to go for the death emulsion. Like, there's no part of the game that told me where I would make that. I would have to look it up and find it. Did it add anything to the story? Yeah. Yeah, it did. It added quite a bit to the lore. Did it add anything that I didn't already know? Yeah. Yeah, it did. It added enough to make it good. Was it the Best DLC? No. It's the worst of the three. Stranger Sins was actually really good. Base game, was really good by itself. I enjoyed doing it after the game was finished. I never found anything. I didn't really find much waiting around, and I enjoyed that. I think there was some waiting around, there always is, but I didn't find there to be that much waiting around in it compared to the base game. The base game was horrendous for waiting around. Breaking Dead was just a quality of life DLC, and it was free anyway, and that I don't really class as a DLC. Game of Crones, if you're finished the game, there's a shit ton of waiting around. If you're not finished the game, then it adds a lot of extra things to do, which is really nice. So I think if you're starting this from scratch, if you're starting a brand new game, Great Game of Crones is really damn good. If you're not starting from scratch and you're starting at the end of a game, Game of Crones just adds more to the lore. It doesn't really add anything to the game. If you're done the game already, it just adds more waiting around. I liked the lore with Alaric. The Alaric part of the this expansion or DLC was great because it told you some of the lore. It told you some of what happened to the Great Blast. Like Clotho killed the 4th keeper, and you're the 5th keeper. And it told you it told you the parts in between what the last DLC showed you, which was the Ancient Curse, and now, and how the Great Blast came about. So yeah, I thought it was fine. It's better for when you're starting a new game than when you're finished it. It's a much better progression DLC than an end game DLC. Like the Stranger Sins DLC was a great end game DLC, and to be honest, I think Game of Crones should have been before Stranger Sins. Yeah, because Game of Crones adds a lot of things in the game that you already know from Stranger Sins. Whereas if you didn't know it, it might be like a little, ooh, what is that kind of thing. Yeah. It's iffy. Anyway, I did enjoy the lore part of this. I didn't really enjoy the building up the village part of it. Other than that, it's fine. I'd probably rate it about a 6 out of 10. I don't remember what I rated Graveyard Keeper. I think it's personally to me, Graveyard Keeper's base game was a 5 out of 10 because of the waiting around at the end of the game. Breaking Dead and Stranger Sins brought it up to about 8 out of 10 for me. Game of Crones is probably still an 8. If I was to restart the game, it'd be more like an 8.5 out of 10. But because I finished it, it's an 8. Yeah, it's a DLC. It adds shit to the game. It adds enough to make me want to play it again. But it didn't add anywhere near as much as Stranger Sins, and yeah. But it's fine. It's another DLC, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I'll come back to Graveyard Keeper next year when they bring out the next DLC. Hopefully. Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Have fun and bye bye.